Alright, so we got a fun fanfiction idea crossover I thought of just right off the whim, and I thought it'd be fun to do a quick vid on it. And as you can see, yeah, Superman and the Loud House. And you may be thinking, Superman and the Loud House, how the hell does that even work? Well, I will tell you. Basically what this idea is that one of Lisa's experiments, basically she's kind of invented like a miniature hadron collider, and she's been offered a scholarship at LexCorp. Now the thing is that while that's really a really cool thing, is that yeah, LexCorp is looking to hire someone so young. Lincoln's like, isn't Lex Luthor like a bad guy? He fights Superman sometimes, but at the same time, it's like it's a good thing for Lisa, and but he at the same time is concerned. Meanwhile, while this expo, basically, there's a Lexpo, because you damn well know Lex would call it a Lexpo. So the Lexpo. It shows off all of these new, what he calls the new children of LexCorp, and Lois and Clark are of course there covering the story, and Lois is like, well, that's not creepy at all. That's wonderful, and Clark is like, I hate the idea of Luthor. I really hate the idea of Luthor getting into these kids' heads, because he knows what's going on. Clark already knows what's going on with Lex in this whole scheme. The scheme is, one, get all these kids and get their, inventions and get them working for him. Two, he's going to use it for, obviously he's going to try to retrofit it to have it combat Superman in some capacity. And, three, sorry, hang on, real quick. Sorry, that was a text. So yeah, three, he's the main, and this is the big one for Clark, is that he's worried that Lex is going to try to corrupt these kids into turning against him, to turn against Superman. And Clark's like, I don't want that, but I can't, be Superman, fly up and go, fuck you, man. So therein lies the problem. The other major thing is that while, everyone's here for Lisa at this whole Lexpo. Lincoln runs into John. Yeah, he runs into John Kent, and the two of them become friends. And he's like, you look really familiar. You look. Are you Superboy? And he's like, no, I am not Superboy. That is the least person I am. I am totally not Superboy. So John and Lincoln become friends, and he's like, you're a lot funnier than my than my other best friend. And he's like, who's your best friend? Oh, he's a little more stoic. He's he's a rich kid. What can you do? He's like, so obviously, yes, he still he still considers Damian the best friend, but like at the same time, he's like, I get to hang out with someone who it doesn't have like a stick up his ass sometimes. That's really cool. So as you imagine, basically what happens next is that what happens is that something goes wrong. And what happens is that some giant robot has appeared and has captured the children and is gone into the wings of Metropolis. And Lisa was, of course, among those kids. Now, of course, Superman shows up. Clark changes into Superman, fights the robot. Robot manages to get away because it captures the kids, stuffs them in himself. It's like, I can't punch it because, I might hurt those kids. So he's forced to let the robot go, and what happens is that he goes to Lex and he's like, was it you, Luthor? Because I swear to God, if you hurt those kids, I am going to... I will throw you into a sun if you hurt those children. And Lex is like, not me, man. I swear it's not me. And Lex, of course, Clark hears his heartbeat and he's like, fuck, you're telling the truth. So who could it be? Well, the person behind it is, Ultra Humanite. Yeah, the Ultra Humanite, Superman's technical first supervillain. The Ultra Humanite has captured these children and plans to, because he believes that they are the future. These children, much like how Luthor saw them, like, you are the future, and I am going to condition you to rule this planet with me as, you're going to be my acolytes, and you're going to be like the children of a new Eden. So, of course, that's creepy, and a lot of the kids are trying to figure out how to get away from that. Superman, of course, the Loud children are looking for Lisa, but at the same time, they go to Lois and Clark, because, Lois was there, and John was like, hey, how about you ask my mom? She's a really good investigative reporter. And they're like, yeah, Superman's on the case, right? And, of course, a lot of the Loud children think Superman's kind of lame. Like, the whole underwear outside the pants, the whole... He's like, oh, he's boring, Batman's cooler, Superman's all big and, no one can stop him and all that. And, of course, Lex is in the background hearing this, and he's like, I know it's not much, but god damn am I that petty. So Clark is like, am I really that boring to the to kids? This is the new generation, just, Bruce doesn't care that he gets all the, the fan love. But, I've always I never really let it bother me, but, if I'm doing all this for the future, and the future what if the future doesn't want me? And, Lois is like, it doesn't matter if they want you or not, it's a matter of they need you. And Clark, they need you right now. So the Loud kids, along with Superman, who's like, I don't want you to go, but the Loud children are like, no, we're going. So... Shenanigans ensue. Shenanigans, of course, ensue. Lenny wants to stop. Like, Lenny has a lot of shit to say about Superman's costume, where she's like, does the underwear and pants really make anything? Like, Batman's costume's streamlined, and, Wonder Woman's is really chic. And then she's like, oh, but Supergirl makes your costume work. Not that yours is dumb, but yeah, it's really bad. So Lenny is, like, unintentionally giving Superman a lot of problems with his costume. He's like, you should have seen the one with the armor. Yeah. Also, you should have seen... I've gone through some dumb costumes, Lenny. I'm at peace with this one. So, end of the day, of course, to make a long story short, Superman and the Loud children rescue Lisa and the other kids from Ultrahumanite. Superman defeats him, sends him to jail, and he's like, once again, the day is saved, thanks to Superman and the Loud kids. So that's what it was kind of the idea, is just a fun idea of Superman hanging out with the Loud children, and also, like, him the Loud children kind of being that mouthpiece for why, like, people think Superman's dumb. But again, like, the other major thing was, of course, Lincoln and John, being friends. And by the end of it, Lincoln's like, I know you're Superboy. And he's Superman. But don't worry, I won't tell anyone. Yeah. So, there you go. Just a fun little crossover idea I wanted to throw to you guys. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of this Superman Loud House crossover? Just comment below, let me know. And once again, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.